lanes are not going to be particularly aggressive from play. They're playing off the power spike of the serrated dirt coming out from Light. Great in skirmishes early game as well. And in the meantime, we do see the play from Irma here, just going toward Ultimate's advantage here. And they also putting eStars in a very uncomfortable position where they could get sandwiched. However, it is going to be Renekton that's going to be here a little bit earlier.
Clement, let's pause a second though. Herald going to come smite down, stolen by Tarzan. Rat into the backline though as the Emperor's Divide sets them aside. He starts with a low health bar. There is no ultimate from the top laners of both these teams. Xiaoxi into the backline. He'll fly himself though as Herald is going to time out at this rate with a Haymaker in the middle. It's Udi with first blood and Hacker walking forward still to take no damage. eStar turned the play around thanks to Xiaoxi. Ability haste goes up an extra 5 too.
I'll be honest, we could talk about the Udyr builds just a little bit later, but we probably have to watch this team fight as it unfolds. Straight 4v4.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of the pressure, so much so that LNG are just edging up on the gold in other areas. As Hacker's coming to the top side, that's
coming.
Dominus, Clement. Makuya doesn't have the ultimate available. Even if he goes mega, he's waiting, hoping he turns. Jumps on over, about to go into it, but it's too late. As Tarzan for the recovery effort, but it's Icon's ulti that may have set up the play. Tarzan without a mana bar, but Icon autoing away as Irma coming in, and this is early game Rise at the moment. Double buffs, double kill, and double trouble. Seen from Mole, a 400 gold tier where Rise, loves the mana damage that it provides. I'm going to pause because Xiaoxi might just be dead. He flushes over the wall, matched by Light and Iwandi as well as ZS can't save his support. And that's a quick kill over to LNG. Proactivity guts the early bird. And I think that kill is going to be well deserved, especially when Light was the one to pick it up.
And we said this as well, that eStar is the one that has to strike early. They have to be the ones that break open a side lane for that Rise to get maximum value. And so far, they're only equal in gold, so they still need to look for more.
We're looking for a dive. Actually, we find a big shutdown onto Irma. That was pretty quick thinking from Iwandi, but over the wall, ZS now on top of Light, waiting as Tarzan to help his AD carry while Icon's in an awkward position. Iwandi going back into his death, and LNG Realm Warp in to take the dragon away. ZS is forcing Light away. Supercharger with Chilling Smite, and he used the Killer Instinct. eStar have no cost of this because it only adds pressure towards the dragon. And Clement, are you ready? Because Tarzan waiting for the ultimate before the dragon wants to steal away, walks in, takes it. Thank you for the leash, son, as the knock-up onto ZS could prove useful. Iwandi absorbing the damage, one more auto away.
Coming out from Icon, he's going for the more scaling option in the Liandry's, but in the side lanes, wow.
They might have actually just found a pick onto Irma. He will die because the Onslaught of Shadows hits perfectly. Makuya snipes it out and not sure if ZS should be here. He teleported into the play when no one from eStar were willing to commit, and there you go. They've just given them the dragon.
And 2 easy kills coming in from eStars. I love the vision play around.
Unbreakable Will, of course, it's popped. Xiaoxi drops the Ignite too, while Dragon is just going to be taken down, and LNG will move to Soul Point. Teleport on top of Makuya. This top laner, nothing new that he's experiencing. Realm Warp over the wall. He flashes, matched by Hacker, who goes into bear stance. But Makuya, slows to going mega. He'll be sent into the wall. He turns immediately into the wall. He will die. And LNG losing their top.
To make this one work. And it's all about Tarzan. Can he actually find his way into the pit?
Clement, it's a 5k. Tarzan waiting for his moment to strike. They get vision. It's going down even faster now as Icon walks in as well. 2k trying to poke it down. Tarzan gets the steal down. And now for the counter engage. LNG have them at low health bars. Tarzan running around. He'll still drop down as Xiaoxi survives for now. The blades fly and the feathers ready to come in. His Icon sends him backwards and counters the flash. eStar are kaput. And ZS with the counter kill means nothing as a quadra kill goes over to Light.
That was just a little bit too easy. I felt like eStars really forced their hand. They put themselves in a bad position where they weren't going to have summoners for the next Drake fight. So you might as well fight where you're strongest. Take the 5v4 now. Roll the die. But unfortunately, LNG, they just come in with the better team fight. A round of 1 in the LPL with 17 teams present. So every match counts.
That's right. A bit of a cop-out, but I agree. Every match does count. As Xiaoxi going to be called out here. Get hit down with the cow and couple more autos followed through. Light gets him in half health, but Hacker just sprints into the AD carry, and this is what he does in fights. Now he thinks about backing away, going back in. He's a bit of a tease, this jungler. And then he starts getting burnt down a little bit. Dragon now spawns, and LNG want their eyes on that damn prize. Mountain Soul available, still poking out and threatening with Maku's Mega Gnar.
Now, the positioning here is really good for LNG. They're keeping their keep away ultimates in the front line here. Realm Warp has to be used to pop in and fight a flame.
Chelsea by himself, and he's dead. That was not good. Makuya goes in, ulti into the wall. That's Rat before he can send out the Feather Storm as they fly back in with the Blade Caller Icon, who's been performing exceptionally well this game. And this fight was so damn easy. Give him the Mountain Soul, give him the game. Death Timers with a full-blown ace across the board.
It looks like LNG are going to be able to close this one out. 40-second death timers. They're just going to run this straight down into mid lane. It's a perfect ace. They don't even lose a single member for this one. I don't know what to say, man. It's just, it was a little bit too late for eStars to ever make their stand back into the game, given that they were the team that had to strike out early, but didn't find their mark.
It was easy from there. The steal from Tarzan makes it a quick turn of pace and momentum. However, the game would have gone otherwise. LNG relying on this jungler and taking a game one in under 30 minutes.
Despite Light picking up all the kills, I really want the...
There we go. So tell me why.
If you want my honest opinion, I don't think it actually fits. They don't really have a ball delivery system. This is just a champion that Irma is very, very good on. And that side of the quadrant is already gone, my friend.
Yeah, level 2 versus level 2 though, with the blue buff there, Undertow after Undertow, the smite to heal him up, he flashes over the wall, and this is Udi's dueling power with Tiger Stance. Tarzan getting hit down, he gets low, but Undertow connect, doesn't matter. This is when Hacker's strongest and first blood, going over to John. Back towards the bottom side, so this might actually favor for the Scuttle trade, even after getting first blood. It doesn't feel like there's too much going on as Icon's getting traded off himself. Red card was picked up. Oh no, he didn't have the time. Flash for Irma for the solo kill. Underneath the turret, he sticks around and takes one himself. That was just a mess. Troll ward though, Clement, as the blue buff timer is pretty close to coming back up. So Tarzan knows, moves back down, and Hacker is shifting into gear of defensive mode.
It's going to be a 4v3 here with the gold card going down.
Nice gold card. Double knockup from Iwandi as well. The turret dive executed nicely. Light tanks up, flashes away as Hacker wants to trade it onto Iwandi, but he shifts targets as well. Hacker needs one more auto, but the turret takes down Icon, and Hacker heals up with the turtle stance. The Undertow doesn't do enough damage, and eStar with another 1-for-1.
That was pretty tragic for...
And you can see Tarzan is slowly but surely shifting his way down. I didn't even get to hand it off to you, Mr. Chu. I'm sorry, his gold card goes down. No unbreakable will, and Light picks up kill number 2. Nicely done. Definitely redeemed by LNG. Hacker's moving into position. Tarzan has a level lead worth noting for the extra 40 smite damage. But mid lane priority is given over to Irma, so Tarzan pulling back towards the bottom lane where Light gets the shove himself. The Xayah is going to make a huge difference as Mr. Chu, Destiny's going to be flying through the skies, and that's just to ward them away. LNG, get the dragon.
Totally acceptable for them.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be down for eStars to try and stop this tempo.
As LNG start the engage, quickness used in the bottom side. It's the final hour against Light, but dodges away from the Blade Caller. Forward Rat goes. The Night Hunter with the Silver Bolt almost takes down Iwandi, but Tarzan's there from the wing. Surprise, man! There goes Shousey as well with a headbutt to get out of there as teleport being burnt. Ragnarok 2, he burns down in the end as Ornn comes in. Call the Forge God, not enabled. He's stunned up, but Light is still the benefactor here, Clement, with Icon flying through the shockwave, dodged away by everyone but Icon, who flashes into it, sends out a wild card, but Light still lives. Irma left to defend for the team with Hacker trying to get close. The gold card, no. It was a blue one from Icon. Shockwave, but from there, LNG still in such a good position as Destiny being used actually onto Rat. Wow. Gale Force with the kill. 4-0-1 LNG, a massive. Now spawning. I've answered my own question, Clement, as LNG in another favorable position. There's quickness used, but onto the shockwave again. Icon just says peekaboo. And the Herald's going to crash down, and they're going to look for Inner as well.
LNG going for the favorable trade on the map. They actually spot out 3 members on the top side. Instantly, they go for the mid pick. It's going to be 2 towers up for them, and also a play on the bottom.
ZS can't escape this one. Ragnarok used, Makuya tanks up. Gore Drinker a bit OP. But it is for Tarzan as well. A 1-for-1 in the end, not bad, but still, you lose across the map if you're eStar. And LNG will now set themselves up for Dragon.
That was a really smart play coming in from LNG. I was wondering why they weren't answering anything from the top side, but they had the Herald, they had the wards in the top that also spotted out Shousey, and they were willing to pull the trigger very aggressively to get this massive trade. It's going to be 3 objectives on the map for the 1 onto eStars, and a 4K matching pieces, I think, is the main problem out of eStars draft.
Just having a look at what happened here. There was actually a kill that went over So that...
You get almost all of it instantly back. It also works on minions, which makes it really broken.
Oh, shockwave time. Makuya just going to die here. Called the Forge God used a little bit late, but he was stunned up. So trying to make a play while LNG group up 4. Not going to threaten the inhibitor target.
So the only valid targets right now should be Icon or maybe Mikuya on a lot shorter cooldown compared to something like the Flash. So a lot burned for eStars. I like the attempt there, but they aren't able to find the correct target to start off.
Top point now available.
It was agonizing to watch,
like this.
And now I don't think he can get over the wall.
I mean, he needs to. He's got the flash on cooldown, as you mentioned, at 2k. Hacker's nowhere near. The smite should come down, and it does. For the fight as well, that could be extra as Makuya with Call the Forge God lines them up 3 in a row. The undertow follows through. It's all about the quickness. Turns into sickness for eStar as ZS is the strongest one on the team, but even he has to run away. LNG fighting on their own territory now as that rapid fire cannon comes in handy once more. A knock up, a death, and LNG will just take it all.
Makuya caps it off with the full house right there, catches 3 members of eStars as they walk down the ramp, and that lines them up perfectly for Light with the clean cuts and the blade collar to catch them all out. That was just a beautifully executed team fight from LNG. They know there's no flash from Hacker, so they don't actually have to defend anyone coming.
Gore Drinker, what a great name by the way, has been added to Tarzan. So side lanes now set up, more items, more gold efficiency. That's about an 11k gold lead with those Ornn items as well. Make it 12. And LNG breaking the base in half. It's the inhibitor mid to go first. It's Tarzan holding the huge Baron wave. And it's LNG pushing in through the bottom side.
The best eStars can hope for is a quick wombo combo onto Light, catch him off guard, try to get him.
Up. Quickness again, it's over. LNG say, hey, you guys want to watch RNGWE? Don't worry, we got you covered. We'll slaughter eStar for the 4th time in this game as Destiny's been used once more on top of ZS. He too will drop after going golden, and Chelsea watches from the base. LNG have slaughtered eStar again in the second game and have shown us that they mean business. Ready for FPX next week.
Super one-sided series coming out from LNG. They show that they can play their own game, they can dictate the pace, they can control the macro and win the early skirmishes while exploiting the fact that eStars really only has one angle of attack.